Music Access. When we receive news that a welcome guest will visit our home, we look around the house trying to see if it's clean, if there's anything we should clean up, and if everything looks nice and tidy. We also prepare some tea and snacks on the table, and when everything has been prepared, our eyes start to wander from the clock to the door, and we wait for that moment when our guests arrive. Just like that feeling when you're waiting for a welcome guest, I'm always waiting here for all of you. Who? All of you. MA fam. All of you whom I miss even though I see every day. So, where are you? Are you here at the door? The first song you heard today, Sunday, November 29th, 2015, was Get Lucky by Daft Punk featuring Pharrell Williams. So, as many of you may have or may not have heard, we had our first snow here in Korea this past Thursday. That's right. Apparently it was snowing. I remember that day, people were sending me messages and all that stuff. And I was just like, oh, it's the first snow. Yay. And, it got me to thinking, it was really, really cold that day. And now what if it gets really even colder? I'm not going to be able to deal with it. So I've made a plan. So once after we finish our promotions for Taola, I'm going to take a season-long break down to the Bahamas. I'm going to enjoy my time on the warm, sunny beaches. And then I will come back to Korea in about spring after having that extended break, ready to perform. This was all wishful thinking brought to you by my brain and imaginary planning. Thank you very much. But I am sort of missing the warm weather a little bit. Alright, so we have our Sunday corner Scribble Scribble, which is a corner for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. Feel free to write about anything and anything. A lot of people use this corner to ask me questions, which I think is really, really great. And besides questions, you can just, tell me about your daily lives, your plans, your concerns. Just consider Sunday our Scribble Scribble corner, time between you and me. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble on your title. Now here's how you can listen and participate. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your messages. And if you use a computer, just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, y'all have been sending in great song requests, so keep them coming non-stop by posting up a message on our message board under the title, Request. Now, of course, 2 tracks before we head on back to Scribble Scribble. Then we're going to check out the songs Jealous by Nick Jonas, followed by Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. I want to be with you, and if you feel the same, shall we meet here? Will you tell me your story? If you're shy, you can playfully scribble scribble, and if you don't know where to start, you can start with a doodle and scribble scribble. Good job. That's how we'll begin our story. I wanna be with you. Our Sunday corner Scribble Scribble is just that. This corner's for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. It's a chance to be honest to yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, what was a proud moment from the past week, or just write about anything that's on your mind. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble Scribble on your title. Now we'll go to our first message, which is from Katie from the USA saying, Hey Benji, November in Pennsylvania has been strangely warm, but now it's finally starting to get cold. Feels like we might see snow very soon. Do you have any good memories with snow? Don't forget to stay warm, Benji. Let's see. Do I have any fun memories with snow? One thing I do remember is when I was little, I went sledding down the hill because my house is on a hill, and it was pretty fun. It was kind of dangerous, but it was pretty fun. Besides sledding, I also remember just making snowmen out in the front yard, having a good time with my family. I feel like snow though. It was a little bit it was fun, but at the same time, I always treated it with a little bit of caution, just because, snow makes for very dangerous driving conditions. And, in Korea, of course, they have the subway and all that stuff, but still, for those people who live on a hill, it can be a very, very dangerous, it can be dangerous to drive and try to traverse that territory. So, as I, finish good memories with my snow, I want to say, for everyone who is starting to snow, where you are, be careful when you drive, be careful when you're traveling, because you never know, where patches of ice may be. So, take care of yourself as we go into this wintry weather. Although it's still November. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to check out 2 more songs as we move on, starting with this song that Yoko of Japan requested, Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. And Callie from France wants to hear the song Try by Pink. We just heard the songs Sunday Morning by Maroon 5 followed by Try by Pink, and it's time to continue on with more messages. Remember, when it comes to scribble, the memorable events that happened to you this week, don't just go over them in your head, but try writing down your feelings by jotting down your thoughts comfortably, just like you're doodling. We're sharing your thoughts here on Sunday via Scribble. And our next message comes from Darcy Ann from the USA saying, "You read my message on Monday, do you remember? I wrote a message for you about you, Benji." That's right. Oh, Benji, 고마워요 for reading my message. Thank you for reading my message. I was hoping you would. You don't seem nervous much at all, although I can tell when you are, and there are times when you have been where I kept thinking, oh, the whole time. There's also days that you're so hyped up, and that helps feed good energy into all of us. Then there are days when you're tired, and we can tell, not that it matters, because we all get that way ourselves. You have a busy life, and I like the contributions you give to the show by your being the DJ. You've developed your own style, which is good, and I'll always be here to support you, Benji. I enjoy listening to the show and having mine and my friends' messages read over the South Korean airwaves. Thank you. I think it's really, really, I try not to, but I think it just kind of, you can't hide it in a voice. People are always talking about, they call it 표정 관리 here, or, taking care of your facial expressions, so trying to keep a professional attitude, which I believe is very, very important, and that's one aspect in my life that I'm working very hard to, fill up and level up in. But it's true that I think when it comes to the voice, it just comes out naturally. Sometimes when you're tired, you can tell when someone's excited or when someone's really just having like a really, really chill time. And, I guess I was always worried that when it comes to Music Access, I'd always try to keep it a regular program, keep the energy level regulated. But I feel like that's kind of a little bit of the charm of Music Access as it is. Sometimes you get super, super high energy. Sometimes you can get, energy received as the program continues on. And you get this kind of good mix. So, hopefully y'all are enjoying the show. And like I said, if you guys have any comments, any things, any requests for me on the show, feel free to send those all up on our message board. Consider me your servant. LOL. A little bit, sort of. Alright, so we're going to check out 2 songs as we continue on. The Ploy of Thailand requested Focus by Ariana Grande featuring Jamie Foxx, and Lee Jin-won of Korea wants to hear the song What Do You Mean by Justin Bieber. We just heard the songs Focus by Ariana Grande featuring Jamie Foxx, followed by What Do You Mean by JB, and it's time for our next message, which comes from Mylene from the USA saying, Benji, there's something I want to make sure. I heard this week that you don't like Egyo. Is that true? But you have so much Egyo. Your pictures show you being cute, and I saw your video update on your SNS lip-syncing to a song. And also from Cummings SNS. It was too cute to watch, and I can't stop smiling like crazy. Haha. Will you be posting more cute stuff like that? Anyway, have an awesome day. Well, okay, let's be honest. When it comes to this kind of cutesy stuff, I'm not a professional at it. I just enjoy it once in a while. And I consider it kind of a little bit like just stuff that I do for fun. Just that kind of stuff. But when it comes to Egyo, I feel like if it's forced, then it's a little bit difficult. But then, there's stuff that kind of naturally oozes out. And, those videos that got uploaded on SNS, I don't know, something about lip syncing is like super, super fun. It's weird because I'm a singer, so I probably should be singing more of my own songs. But lip syncing songs is something very, very fun. And so, if I get a chance, I might upload a few more. If not, maybe not. But yeah, Aegyo. It's very difficult. I didn't know what it was before I came to Korea. Then I came here and I figured out what it was. And it was, when I first saw it, I was like, who would do that? And then it naturally started coming out, and I was like, oh, I know who would do that now, but it's still interesting that I do that. It's these kind of weird feelings that bubble up. But yeah, if it oozes out, it oozes out. And if it doesn't, I try to keep it in. Sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Alright, so we're going to continue on with 2 more songs, starting with the song that Kirinhe of Thailand requested, Give It To You by Glam, and Tony of Italy requested the song Sofa by Crush. We just heard the song Give It To You by Glam, followed by Sofa by Crush. I remember when Sofa came out and I was like, yo, Crush, man, you killing me. Because before this, I think he came out with 가끔, or, once in a while, which was like, 그냥 가끔 그리울 뿐인데. And then he came out with this song, which was like slow, and I was like, yo, this is weird, because I thought it was into, the hip-hop R&B scene, but then it's good. That's the crazy thing, and all this music that he puts out is just crazy. And so, that's when I was like, all right, Crush is the man. All right, so our next message comes from Andrea Kett from Australia saying, hi, Benji. After 2 busy weeks, I can finally tune into MA, and guess what? I passed my work experience last week. Just has to be official by sending in some paperwork where my lecturer signs me off, and I passed my course for the year. Yay! Is how she wrote it in all caps, so I had to express it fully. That's great. Work experience. So I'm assuming this has to do with sort of like an internship or some kind of, I think it's a requirement for a course, I'm assuming, because it says work experience. So congratulations on finishing that. I think once you do finish that, I think it's great to have this of course, I always say this, but I think the feeling of finishing good work is one of the best in the world. Just having that kind of, I've finished work, and now it's official, it's on my record, let's take a break. And then you just kind of chillax. So, Andrea Kett, congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you. You did a really, really good job sticking to your guns and being busy. Although, now, if you get a chance to tune into MA, not to miss out, because you missed a lot of stuff. Right, guys? Right? She means no. Okay, just kidding. But I know, congratulations for real. And, take a break. You deserve it. Now we're going to check out 2 more songs as we continue on, starting with a song Unita of Indonesia requested, Taipo by Sona of Secret and Youngja of BAP. And Denshi of the Philippines wants to hear the song Love You by Teen Top. We just heard the song Taipo by Sona of Secret and Youngja of BAP, followed by Love You by Teen Top, and it's time to close our first hour. Right after a short break, we'll continue on with Scribble in the second hour, introducing your messages and thoughts, so stick around. We're gonna come back after checking out the song that Melody Pick of Thailand requested song, I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith. You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G, and our first song, starting off the second hour of our show for Sunday, November 29th, was Sing by Ed Sheeran. Okay, now here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. If you have a computer, stop listening via computer. Sorry, just kidding. You can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now we'll check out 2 songs before we move on, starting with the song that Arjo of Bangladesh requested, Till the World Ends by Britney Spears, and we'll follow it with Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. We just heard the songs Till the World Ends by Britney Spears, followed by Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. You're listening to the second hour of Music Access for Sunday, And meanwhile, our Sunday Corner Scribble continues on. Just like using Music Access as a big notepad, just as you jot down your ideas, thoughts, and what's been on your mind without thinking much, go ahead and send in your messages here to Music Access without thinking. Just send in whatever and anything you want. Sound good? So our first message for our second hour comes from Unita Swinyo from Indonesia saying, "Hey, the epic Benji." It's the first time being called epic and it feels pretty good. So I watched the B.I.G. Televi Season 1, Episode 1 on the video sites. So we're doing more than one season apparently. Is B.I.G. having their own show? So anyway, I'll read the message first. Seems like you guys had lots of fun in Chinatown in Korea. I hadn't been there before. Chinatown looks like a very interesting place. And from what I see all this time, seems like you always be the one who holds the phone for taking selfies with your members. Or selfies. Am I right? Too bad I don't understand what you guys are saying. Need to learn Korean. Very valid point. I'm the official kind of selfie taker for the group because they have a selfie stick or a selfie stick. I forgot what it's called in Korean. But anyways, my arm is about as long as one of those things. So instead of buying one, we're just like, why don't we just save money and use our own? Because why not? When you can save money, right? So I'm the official selfie taker for our members. And when it comes to that show that we're doing, it's not a show on like an actual music broadcast system. It's just on the online website. But we had a little adventure that day, and so we kind of decided to film it and put it up into little parts. So hopefully y'all can enjoy it. If you have any recommendations for a program, places to go, or how you'd like an episode to be filmed, go ahead and write into us here on Music Access or via our online fan cafe, and we'll make sure to read those and take in your opinions. Thank you. Now, we're going to check out two more songs as we continue on with our program, starting with Touch by Miss A, followed by the song requested by Shreya of Bangladesh, 네가 나였더라면 by 노지훈. We just heard two songs, Touch by Miss A, followed by 네가 나였더라면 by 노지훈, and it's time for our next message for Scribble. So our next message comes from Ryoko from Japan saying, "Hi Benji, the other day I was on a barbecue with friends. At the time, I had my first time riding on a sports car. I had to do a little driving, and I got to say that the momentum of acceleration was amazing. I was surprised because my friend did not think that riding that car that I rode would really be that awesome. Because of the friend living abroad, I had a chance to ride the car, so I felt very, very lucky. Benji, I have a question for you. Is there a car that you would like to ride?" I would say, let's see. If there was a car I'd like to ride, the car that you rode, it's a very nice sports car. It has the doors that open upwards, not from the sides. I would want to ride, but the car that Robert Downey Jr. rode in his superhero movie, I think that would be a super, super neat car to drive. But I think, most of it is, I've driven SUVs, I've driven sedans. Or no, I haven't driven a sedan before. But, I've driven different types of cars. And there's cars that I haven't been able to drive before. And that's one of those cars that I think I'd want to drive. Just the doors that open upwards. It's a very it's a vanity experience, I'm not going to lie. One of those, why not? But, I feel like it would be an interesting drive just to do it, maybe once or twice. Although to be real, in real life terms though, I probably want a decent sized car. Something a little bit sturdy and something that could fit a lot of luggage in the trunk. So if I ever wanted to go on an adventure, I could just pack the trunk. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So yeah, but I guess that car that I mentioned would be a neat car to drive. It would be a very interesting driving experience. Vroom, vroom. Alright, so we're going to continue on with more messages after we check out a song, and we're going to listen to the songs Catch Me by Dongbang Shingi, followed by Heaven by A-Lee. We just heard the songs Catch Me by Dongbang Shingi, followed by Heaven by A-Lee. And it's time to continue on with our messages, and I'm going to read the message from Danielle from Australia, who said, this is in response to a message she sent a while back, about making candy. So she sent in a message about making this candy pizza that apparently she got from Japan. And then she said she made a candy burger and it's tasted like burgers. So I questioned her. I said, how does candy taste like burgers? That doesn't make sense. Who would make a burger flavored candy? And then she responded into that message with, I finished making those pizzas. They look good, right? And they taste like pizza too. So she attached a picture. And I can sort of understand how this candy would taste like a pizza now because it looks like a real pizza. I was imagining sort of, like the jelly pizzas or like, the gummy pizzas that they sell in the convenience stores. But rather than that, I feel like it's an actual kind of like a miniature pizza set, if I may. I think it's based on the picture, there's sauces and all that stuff. I guess it's dough as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I can kind of understand the gist behind this thing. And I gotta say, there's a lot of really interesting food that exists in different countries, For example, you have all this ramen and all that stuff here in Korea. And then I remember a long time ago, they had this cake in a cup is how they sold it. What it is you have the cake powder or the cake mix, and all you have to do is put an egg, mix, and microwave. And it automatically becomes like a warm cake. And, these kind of food technologies, I think, are super, super insane, just like the way food has evolved over the years. And it's not just a testament to our technological advances in the 21st century, but at the same time, kind of how lazy are we? Just as humans, we're working hard, people are farming, people are doing all this stuff, and we're microwaving a cake because we're too lazy to go buy one from the store or make one ourselves. To the point where it's not just, they have cake mix where you need to make it and bake it. It's just a cake where you put an egg, you mix it, and you microwave it. Like, that's how far technology has come. And I think it's really, really awesome. And at the same time, I just feel super lazy for making a cake that way. At the time, I didn't feel like that way. But now that I think about it, it's totally like that. I guess I'll need to work on my cake skills somehow. Alright, so we're going to check out two more songs as we continue on, starting with All For You by 정은지 and 서인국. And Mylene of the USA requested the song 널 생각해 by One More Chance. We just heard the songs All For You by 정은지 and 서인국, followed by 널 생각해 by One More Chance. And it's time for our next message saying, Jenny from the USA, Benji, so about the food message I sent, she sent a message about she took a roommate to eat Korean food and she ate a lot of stuff. 불고기, 삼겹살, 순대, and scallion 파전. I was like, wow, you ate so much. And she responded with, you should not underestimate the amount of food a hungry girl can eat. You'd be surprised. We had Korean barbecue, so the portions might not be what you think it is in Korea. It was a lot of food, but at the same time, not really. We finished all the meat, though. Which means you finished everything meat-wise. But did you finish the pancake or the sundae? That's the important question. And that's where me and my members come in. Because we eat everything. Like I mentioned when I read her message, B.I.G, we eat a lot of food. So it's like really, really great and economical to take us to an all-you-can-eat meat buffet. Don't know why I said that, but thought I might as well throw it out there. Now we're going to check out two more messages, songs, starting with the song Aaron of the USA requested The Boy Is Mine by Monica and Brandy, followed with You Remind Me by Usher. We just heard the songs The Boy Is Mine by Monica and Brandy, followed by You Remind Me by Usher, and it's time to say goodbye. Hopefully y'all are having a continued good weekend. So continue to have it. The last song we're going to play today is Partition by Beyonce. This was Benji of B.I.G, and as always, I'll be back.